You're listening to the AZ Wildcats post game. I'm your host, Mike Luke. All right, joined by Jason Shear as well. Arizona drops, falls to USC. There's a lot to get to on this. But for me, Shear, the biggest issue for me was just that the lack of attention to detail. You can lose games. I'm fine with, we've talked about it before. If Stanford makes 38 threes in the first 5 seconds of a game, whatever, those kind of games happen. But to me, this was a game where it looked like USC just wanted this game a lot more than Arizona.
So after the UCLA game, our guy Bruce asked if it was a concern if the team would be motivated for this game. Because the reality is, yeah, you're playing for a 1 seed, but I don't know how much players look at the 1 versus the 2 seeds. You know what I mean? And I'm sure Tommy brought up. Don't get me wrong. And my concern was like it is the obvious letdown situation. I think it was such a big letdown that it's the disappointment. Like, I'm not even upset necessarily that they lost. I'll be honest. I really don't care very much that they lost. I think it's how they lost. Like,
yeah,
everyone played bad except for Keshad and Ubar. But college basketball, like you said the other day, is a game of guards. And I mean, Caleb, like it was one of those days.
Caleb was atrocious. Caleb was awful. There's no other way to put it. That's for you, Ryan Neal.
I'm a dude of like, I'm a person of like routine and all that. Like, I'm actually kind of okay with Arizona getting this game out of its system now.
Right. I guess my problem though still is that it, listen, I mean, you still want to play for the 1 seed. The problem though, let me ask you this though. If Arizona then goes, you also don't really have a ton of margin for error now going into the Pac-12 tournament because you want to stay on the 1 or the 2 line. If Arizona drops in the first round or the second round to a crap team, then all of a sudden it becomes a little perilous, Shear.
Yeah, I guess. Look, a 1 seed, I'm not one of these guys that is going to BS you and say a 1 seed isn't better than a 2. Of course it's better than 2. And if Arizona loses its first game in the Pac-12 tournament, sure. Like, let's say North Carolina wins the ACC and this and that. It happens, but I don't know. It's just like I don't even care about the Pac-12 tournament in a way. Like, I just want to, but that's how I am. Like, me personally, I'm already thinking
about. You don't even want to go to the Pac-12 tournament.
I'm just thinking about the NCAA tournament. Like, this game to me, meaningless. They won the conference. 1 seed would have been great. Who knows? Maybe Tennessee loses their first game in the SEC tournament.
Right. Also, one thing, though, that we do need to keep in mind here, and by the way, I'm getting people that are DMing me asking if Arizona fixed the game, if there was, if there was mafia was involved. No. This was just but again, this was a crummy performance. And again, it was just kind of a lackadaisical performance. That's what I keep coming back to. One thing, though, that I do worry a little bit about it, though, is also why. All right, Ryan, you got to chill, my guy. Like, Lloyd seems Charmin ultra soft to me. Well, I don't know exactly what that means. I mean, he's done a lot of really good things here. But USC is 1,000% going to any team that's playing Arizona. You should 1,000% try to get Arizona to play slow. I'm not really breaking any news there, but when Arizona gets out and runs, that's when they are really, really good. And USC was able to do that. And yes, Ryan, I don't know if you've noticed or not. You could go back and look at Kylan Boswell.
It was like a week ago, dude.
He absolutely destroyed Kylan Boswell. So there's that. You can go back and look at that. All right, but go ahead, Shear. What were you going to say?
No, that comment was funny. I don't know. I get it. And maybe if a lot of things fall in a certain way, there is a possibility that Arizona doesn't get the West anymore. It is a it's an unlikely scenario, but I don't know. I'm not that. It's obviously we all wanted Arizona to win. It would have been cool if Arizona won. I'm not surprised by some of the reactions, but I think it's a bit much.
Yes, and again, this team for the 1,000th time, this team's going to be judged in March. Tommy Lloyd's going to be judged. Well, we are in March, but Tommy Lloyd's going to be judged in the NCAA tournament. This team is going to be judged in the NCAA tournament. Nobody is going to give a crap about this game if Arizona is in the second weekend, if they're pushing for a Final Four. Also, conversely, nobody's going to care about this game if Arizona gets knocked out in the first round or the second round either. This game doesn't really mean a ton. I do think, though, that if Arizona were to play SC again, they would smash them.
Well, here's the thing. So I have a little. I'm very good at scenarios, Mike. No, I just messed up. You just messed me up, Michael.
All right, go ahead.
If UCLA wins this game, right?
Mhm.
If UCLA comes back and wins this game, Arizona would face the winner of Washington USC. If ASU wins, Arizona would face the winner of Cal UCLA.
I mean, all right, run that by me again. I was just getting a text. Sorry.
Come on, unacceptable.
Sorry. I'm all over it.
If UCLA wins, right?
Right.
It's Washington or USC.
Okay.
If ASU wins, it's Cal or UCLA.
All right. I would rather. I'd like to. Well, I'd like to make fun. Well, I'm trying to think off the top of my head want there. I'd like to play SC again. You know what's weird about SC, and you saw it today, just briefly. And again, this is probably going to be an L for me. This is obviously an L for me. SC's got players. The fact that they're not good, the fact that they suck, is really kind of an indictment on the coach, which I've been talking.
Whoa.
Which I've been talking to you about pretty much all season this year. All right, let's talk a little bit about Caleb Love. Obviously, didn't play well. Obviously, he's going to be the Pac-12 player of the year, Pac-12 player of the year. But again, I'm just disappointed in the effort that this team.
Yeah,
that's it for me. I just wish that this team had put forth better effort. They didn't have a good effort.
It was just
come on, dude. This is getting annoying. We literally led the show, dude, with saying that Caleb sucked. I don't know.
That was my first comment.
That was literally the first comment, dude. Like, I don't.
They all played bad. Again, I'll say it again. There's only two guys that played well: Umar and Keshad. That's it.
Right.
Everyone else, awful,
and
terrible.
And with Keshad, I'm cool. I'm happy with Keshad because with Keshad, he was the one. Arizona's going to need him. Arizona's going to need him every single game in the NCAA tournament. I need Keshad to continue to stay productive. I need Keshad to continue to do that. But yes, it was just a bad performance by everybody. Pella wasn't good. Obviously Caleb Love was atrocious. I just made mention for the fourth time that Caleb Love was atrocious. Sometimes
you get these perfect storms. This is one of these perfect. And again, I am much more bothered with the overall energy and effort than I was. But I kind of had a feeling when they're spraying water and Richard Jefferson's in the locker room and all that, and you're like, hey, in 24 hours, you got to turn around and play this team. And like, how are you placing in a way, I'll just say, I'll go as far as to say this. Had Washington State beat Washington, Arizona wins the game tonight.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But listen, and again, I keep going back to this. The sky is falling, people. Listen, man, I'm generally the sky is falling person. You guys need to stop doing all of this. Also, I want to talk about the officiating for a second. The officiating had nothing to do with why Arizona lost. I'm just making fun of Pac-12 officiating. Is a moving screen not a thing anymore?
No.
That was wild the entire game. And again, Arizona lost. Arizona 1,000% deserved to lose this game. But holy moly, was that bad.
There's just no consistency in reffing across the country. I watched a lot of ball today, and you could see one game where they're calling moving screen after moving screen. You could turn on another game, and they don't call one all game. The same with 3 seconds. You'll see 3 seconds in the lane called multiple times. You'll go a whole game, and the rest won't call it no matter what. It's just there's no consistency, which is why sometimes – things get a little weird in the NCAA tournament because what was a foul during your regular season, if Arizona gets a Big East ref in its first round game, it's gonna be like, what the heck is this?
Right. By the way, I like it. I like DK in here as well. David Kelly, I'm assuming toxic positivity, Arizona fans. No wonder this team hasn't sniffed a Final Four. I like that. You do realize that Arizona's been to the Elite Eight 5 different times with an average margin of loss of 2.5 points. So that's not exactly not sniffing the Final Four. So again, I don't get this. This is still a really, really good team. I don't know what else to say. This is very much annoying to me. But go ahead, Sheer. Sorry, I'm just
No, you're good.
Does Houston lose to USC like this? No, but that's
okay.
I don't really know what to say there.
I've said this before. I'm of the opinion that regular season one-off games have no correlation to the postseason. And I could cite tons of examples. I could cite UConn losing 6 games. Everyone in that fan base probably said there's no way they're winning the national title. Then they win the Big East tournament. They look awesome. They win the national title, right? We were just talking before we went on air about North Carolina. You're like, well, North Carolina jumps Arizona. And they might. Don't get me wrong. North Carolina lost to Georgia Tech.
Right.
Like, it's just, it's those games, how Arizona plays tonight has no correlation about how it's going to play against a 15 seed in a week. It just doesn't.
Right. I just don't understand why everybody's. I mean, listen, again, I'm upset by the performance, but the Arizona sucks. We can't do anything. This team is awful. Come on, man. Like,
How does
this is still a top 10 team in the country.
It's the life of a fan, right? Because 48 hours ago, we were saying, holy like Arizona just beat UCLA by 40. We are dominant. And then one performance, it's like, I'm just happy if we're ever going to win a game again. Like, it's just like, and I love Arizona fans. It's just, and I'm sure Kansas fans are probably, killing themselves today, right? But it's a situation where, like, that's fandom, and I get it, but Arizona's going to win I would assume Arizona's going to win on Thursday, and then what? Like, if they win by 20, if they don't win the Pac-12 tournament, is the season over? Like, that's why I get in a certain mindset this time of year. I don't want to hear, I hate conference tournaments. They just delay the inevitable for me. I really hate them for smaller schools. Like, I'll say it now, I couldn't care less if Arizona loses in the conference tournament. A part of me wants them to lose on Friday. Go home, practice.
I'm going to disagree with you a little bit there, because if you lose to like some bum team in the first or the second round, then you start getting a little bit perilous about maybe you're not a 2 seed anymore. That to me
works. On my side, Mike. I win. Me and Lute are together on this.
No, I agree with that. But at the same time, though, well, look at you, man. But at the same time, though, it's also
nothing S. Me. No, wait, hold on.
I know. I like that a lot. All right, real quick, let's get to the Desert Financial Credit Union, because that's something we need to unite. We need to unite around the Desert Financial Credit Union. This is by the numbers. This is very, very ugly. But the Desert Financial Credit Union is not. This segment is brought to you by the Desert Financial Credit Union, Arizona's #1 credit union, named by Forbes. 38%, 28%. Arizona had 38 rebounds. This is one number, though, that when Arizona loses, it's generally a bad number. That 18 turnovers, that's generally a bad number. When Arizona is playing really, really well, Arizona generally has about the 10 to 12 to 13.
And the turnovers, how stupid were the turnovers? Like, I think Pella had 3 turnovers where the ball literally just slipped out of his hands into a USC player. Like Caleb Love, I think Caleb, I'm looking at now, Caleb had 5 and Pella had 5.
Right.
So there are 10 turnovers between
two guys.
And I feel very confident in saying, and again, I'm a firm believer in rhythm and all that. There is a 0% chance that Caleb Love gets anywhere near 1 for 10. I mean, it is literally one of the worst games of his career. They just
Ryan Neal thinks he sucks.
Huh?
Well, Ryan Neal thinks he sucks.
Like, it's just one of those things in a way, like, I don't know. I mean, Caleb goes 1 of 10, Mike. Pella 2 for 6. Jaden Bradley 3 for 9. Even like it's just everybody shot poorly, right? And then you look at USC and Rodman has 19. They are the 270th best free throw shooting team in the country. They go 16 of 18. Like, shit happens, basically.
Now, Desert Financial Credit Union, that is something that does happen. Listen, when you open a free checking account online, get $200 in bonuses. Get started by visiting desertfinancial.com/200 a day. You will thank me later. Okay, now, moving forward then a little bit. Well, I guess why don't we stick on this game here for a few minutes? Umar, it was a little bit. I liked it the way that it started out initially. Mount Crevis. I believe there's going to be a time when Mount Crevis is going to be needed in the Pac-12 not Pac-12 tournament, in the NCAA tournament, whether that's for 6 minutes, whether that's for 12, whether that's due to a sprained ankle, whether that's due to a whatever the case may be. I don't really worry about KJ and Jaden. I was happy to at least see him get off to a little bit of a good start, because I do think that at some point they're going to need Mount Crevis, even if it's for a little bit of time. I'm trying to remain positive.
Yeah, he was probably one of the few positives to take away from it, right? 7 points, 4 rebounds, 10 minutes.
Right.
I was fine with the way he played.
Yes.
I agree. Like, I think they're going to need him, and this is a good matchup. He will be fine against centers that don't score. Like, USC doesn't have bigs that score. It's going to be the let's just take Oregon. Like, he can't guard N'Faly Dante. Not many people can, but he has no chance in that match. If Arizona plays a team with a 6'7" big who's, they'll be fine. If they play a team with Donovan Clingan like UConn, that Crevis ain't playing in that game.
Right. He just can't do it. Now, Boswell, Boswell was obviously not good. But I also didn't see Boswell. Boswell to me just, Chad McDonald's. Chad McDonald's. I will acknowledge your existence. You're fantastic, Chad McDonald's. We have great Chad McDonald's. Kylan Boswell was not good, obviously, but he also didn't. I'm still not worried about it because when he hasn't played well, it's generally been you kind of see him kind of shying away from the moment. He just didn't play well. I'm not overly concerned about that one.
No, I don't think. I mean, it feels weird picking on him for tonight when there were players that clearly didn't play well, right? Like, yeah, I mean, he did some. It was just, it was one of those games, man. Like Boswell was crap. Yeah, right. But it wasn't the crap that we saw in a close game where
it wasn't the scared crap. It was just crap.
Right, where he's like, I want nothing to do with this game. Like he just didn't shoot the ball well. That's it, really. I mean, he just didn't shoot well. Beyond that, he was fine.
Right. And again, if Arizona doesn't shoot well, they're going to be in trouble. I mean, but you could say that for pretty much about you can say that about pretty much every team. That if they don't shoot well, they're not going to shoot well. Nobody, like I said, nobody outside of the two big men, nobody was good. I am curious what the Tommy Gun says after the game. I'm also very curious what Bruce asks after the game about this. By the way, bigger question. How far does this loss drop Arizona in Bruce's poll? Does Arizona
10.
You're going 10?
No. Ooh, I don't know.
I think a 10.
I don't know because Iowa State lost, right? Like ranked teams lost.
Yeah, but they also lost to better teams. Like Tennessee lost to Kentucky. I think Bruce is going to put Arizona at about 10.
9 or 10.
9 or 10. Okay, so we'll anybody out there, I'm very, very curious as to how that actually does play out. Now, Arizona, you know what's weird about this loss? I do expect Arizona now to win the Pac-12 tournament.
100%.
I 1,000% think that Arizona is going to win the Pac-12 tournament. And if that happens, we can look back at it and we can say, guess what? Arizona won the regular season and the postseason tournament there. So I think that's kind of where we're at right there. What do you say about that, Jason Shearer?
Who do we want? I kind of want to end UCLA season.
I want to destroy UCLA. I want to destroy it. I want to be able to make fun of throw it down big.
I'm not sure with the way they're playing that UCLA even beats Cal right now.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want Stanford for obvious reasons.
No, I disagree with you on this, and I've been arguing with people about this.
No. I think Arizona beats Stanford. I just think it feels like every time Arizona plays Stanford, someone gets hurt. I'm not worried about the game.
I want to play against teams that I think are difficult matchups for whatever reason for Arizona. I think it's a little bit of a good primer. I think
Arizona needs to play USC again. I think that's the ideal situation. You play USC on Thursday and you beat the living heck out of them.
Yeah, all right. I'm totally cool with that. But I also would like to end Mick Cronin. I'd also like to be able to make fun of throw it down big man again. I very much enjoy posting that picture on Twitter of him. But I'm cool with that. I do believe Arizona is going to win the Pac-12 tournament now, but I would like to play Stanford and I would like to play Washington State. By the way, ASU is up 9 right now.
Dude, UCLA is done. They're done. They're shooting 27%, Mike.
Right. Oh, by the way,
33 points, and Adembona has 16 of them.
Oh, I missed a couple super snaps in here. I do apologize. Hold on. Got to go back to the super snap. I got to find it. Matthew Bothwell had a super snap in here. Hold on. Jacob Franklin is not here to help me, jerk. All right. Well, here, you got to trust me on that. What's the counter punch to the zone? In 98, Utah came out and we had no answers. The reason they had no answers is everybody was hungover. There you go. That team was partying nonstop the night before, and there you go. Disrupting the guard play gets us into trouble. Yeah, I mean, Arizona, another super snap. Let's see here. Why would any good team play Arizona man-to-man? We've had fits against the zone all year. They rarely play the half-court correctly up the middle. I would zone Arizona. Yeah.
Arizona's been fine against the zone. They just struggled to shoot tonight. It happens.
Right.
Arizona's the same team that, come on.
And it wasn't too. A lot of these games, like you said, I do want to play USC again, mainly because of the post game. It's going to be fun to see, well, maybe the sky isn't totally falling. I do believe this probably eliminates Arizona from getting a 1 seed, though. I do think.
Yeah, I think the only way that this is a conversation, and honestly, I'm just going to look at the bracket because we'll know right away.
Right.
Because this is what we do. This is live.
This is live, dude. We come in here, we prep, re-prep, and then prep the show again.
Right now, bracket, Tennessee will play.
Is this your bracketology, Shearer?
No. So Tennessee is going to face LSU or Mississippi State. There's a very real chance that Tennessee could lose to Mississippi State, but probably not.
Tennessee does not scare me.
Me neither. But I don't want to go there after losing. It would be much easier to say that after winning.
Yeah, I know, but we know what? Screw it, man. We stand on principle.
We stand on business.
They don't scare me.
Yes.
What's that?
We stand on business.
I'm not terrified of them by any means. Honestly, the only team, like I said, that I think that their best is probably slightly better than Arizona's best is UConn. That's the only team.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much it. By the way, as we're doing this, why don't we talk about some Burrows? Sure, you and I are driving up to Vegas. You know what we should maybe do on the way there, besides stopping by and getting equipment from Jacob Franklin? We should also go to some Burrows. Some Burrows is very, very good food. Check it out. Again, hold on. Let me find the rest of the read here. Some Burrows, where it is. Stay with me. Don't leave. I rely on you. All right. 20% off your order of up to $100 when you use code PHNX at checkout for the whole month of March. Available in restaurant, drive-thru, and when you order online. Not available on third party. Nice try, Sheer. Visit someburrows.com and Prize Picks. Sheer, have you ever done Prize Picks?
Every day.
All right. Man, who doesn't do
Prize Picks? I don't know.
Prize Picks is fantastic. Check it out again. This is another one you will thank me later. Hold on. Is this even in here? Okay. Here's the deal. Go to prizepicks.com/PHNX and use code PHNX for a first deposit match up to $100. That's Prize Picks, PHNX, and use code PHNX. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. You will thank me later again. All kinds of really, really good stuff. Prize Picks even offers injury insurance so that your entries, basically you're covered there. And let's see, quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, all kinds of good stuff. Yes, I don't actually worry about the zone, though, with Arizona. I think Arizona's a fine shooting team. I have no problem with the zone. If team wants to zone Arizona, go ahead and zone Zona. I'm fine with it. Again, Caleb Love, not going to shoot like that again. Pelle Larson, good shooter. Boswell's become a better shooter. I don't worry about it. And you know what? Keyshawn Johnson, by the way, good shooter. We'll get to that in a second, Noah. But yeah, Sheer, I don't worry about the zone. I'm just going to keep regurgitating that point because I don't worry about it.
No. What am I worried about? Like it was an off night. And look, Arizona's offense is very good. It's been very good all season. One night doesn't change the fact that Arizona's offense is good.
By the way, you know who did not? You know whose dribbling did not look good tonight?
Who? The entire team?
Pellas.
No one looked good.
I kidding. By the way, I got a cool Keyshawn Johnson stat for you.
He looked good.
He did good.
More threes this year than his entire career. It felt like he had more threes tonight.
Well, no, Keyshawn Johnson is now, and that's a really good selling point for Tommy Lloyd, by the way. And again, all the people that want to rip on Arizona, yes, they played like poo. I was disappointed in the performance, but we're also not going to sit here and say that Arizona sucks. It's not one night. What does this mean, Doug Maxwell? I don't know exactly what that means. Let's see. SLC kills the U of A in NCAA tournament time. Oh, yeah, I will take your chances that. All right, but
Keyshawn like Johnson. The people that say, "Don't worry about this season. Remember '97." I always laugh at that too.
And you know what I love?
Correlation between there's so much that's pissed. That pissed me off tonight when someone said that. Sean Farnham saying that Isaiah Collier had more points his freshman year than Caitlin Clark. Like what? Right. What are we doing? Like
I don't like Sean Farnham rubs me the wrong way.
He's terrible. That's why.
He really rubs me the wrong way. And also, it is not concerning at all that this team has 4 seniors and showed a complete lack of effort. I mean, he must be a fun person to party with. But now, let's see here. Now, teams, as far as this week goes, what we do know, Kansas stinks. As far as they're not very good. Houston is really, really good. But again, Arizona, I'm going to keep going back to this. Arizona is one of 8 to 10 teams that can win the national championship. They are definitely one of those 8 to 10 teams that can win the national championship. And I am going to continue to say that Arizona is one of those 10 teams that can win the national championship. Yes, maybe they aren't as good as some of those other teams. And I will agree with the point that Abraham Mendoza, who's also a terrible basketball player, by the way, put out where he said, listen, Houston probably doesn't slip up like this, but Houston is also a team that they could lose in the round of 32. Go ahead.
I don't understand. People have to People have to understand how the tournament works.
How does it work?
Houston beating USC has nothing to do with anything starting in 2 weeks. Nothing. Yes, Houston probably would have won tonight. Okay.
Right. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what that says. That has no bearing on Houston playing Arizona.
No. And Houston, guess what? Houston lost to TCU, who may not even make the tournament now.
Right.
Would Arizona beat the TCU? I don't know. Like, who cares? It's not how sports work.
Have you ever heard the term survive in advance?
Yes. Yes.
That is a very, very good. Why am I getting a Siri message right now? What the heck does this mean? Yes.
I'm reminding you to go to Del Taco.
What's that? I didn't go to Del Taco today, and I actually do think that was. I do think that was part of the concern.
I think that I was talking to Shelby. I'm thinking of finding a Del Taco in Vegas and having you do an autograph signing one.
By the way, you know that there's a Del Taco right across from the arena, literally right across from the arena.
Yeah, we'll be there pregame, postgame, midgame.
We might do the show live from the arena.
From Del Taco.
Yeah, we're coming to you live from Del Taco. Yes. Houston and Shed dog walk our guards.
Okay. Okay, I don't know. You don't know either. We don't know.
Yes, Shed is better than Kylan Boswell. Is LJ Cryer better than Caleb Love? Is he
Do people realize that like Houston would probably be like a 4-point favorite on a neutral court? People think Houston would be like a 10-point favorite. Like probably 3 or 4.
Right, for sure. Oh, Clint Moses, the great Clint Moses coming in here. I blame LeBron for being in the front row. You know what's weird about LeBron? And I get it. So I'm not diminishing anybody that doesn't like LeBron. But man, the visceral reaction that LeBron James brings out from people is absolutely astounding. I get it. He gets involved in politics. People don't like it. But for a guy that's never been in any ounce of trouble his entire life, man, you talk about a lightning rod. You talk about somebody that people just either like or they hate.
Yeah, I'm not going where I want to go with that, but
right.
Like, yeah, it's weird. The guy, I mean, I get it. He might rub people the wrong way, but like, it's like everyone loves MJ, and MJ was like a gambling,
he was a way worse person than
like Michael Jordan was a piece of crap human being, and everyone loves the guy. Like, it's just weird.
And it's funny too, and they always say with Michael Jordan, they always go, "Oh well, well, that was just his will to win."
Like,
no, he's an asshole.
Yeah, that's all. He's an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand what to say than that. Yes, the other thing was Shed as well. Shed's probably the best point guard in the country. So
that's what I don't get either. Yeah,
I don't really know what to take away from this. Also, let's talk about SC for a second. Is SC dangerous in the Pac-12 tournament?
Yes, absolutely.
They are. SC is the team that if I had to put at a long odds bet, they would probably be that team, Sheer.
It's funny because John Rothstein said that the other night, and people kind of jumped on him like for it. But they absolutely could win the Pac-12 conference title. Like it would not surprise me at all.
Does Andy
Enfield? At the end of the day, they're talented.
Does Andy Enfield then maybe get an apology if they run the Pac? And then what if they made like the Sweet 16?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, but
I would say if I wasn't betting on Arizona, I think the easy bet is I actually think USC and Colorado. Colorado's playing well right now.
Yeah, I agree. But I do believe it would be nice though to see UCLA start to fall off. By the way, what's the score in that game? Is ASU
catching up? It's only a 2-point ASU lead. ASU's gone full ASU, no field goals in the last 6 minutes.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Me and you obviously dislike ASU. Mm-hmm. Obviously. I don't want to feel bad for ASU, but that is complete horseshit what Jose Perez did.
Oh, the absolute worst. You literally bail on your team right with the last part of the game. I mean, and if I'm and again, I love too when this statement comes out, he's doing that to work on his pro career or whatever.
What?
You're 26 years old, dude. Like,
yeah.
I don't really know. Tommy Lloyd to Brian Jeffries during the radio postgame. This is good. What is this? This is something we can learn from. We never said we're perfect. Obviously, we're going to learn from this. Ryan Neal is going to be very upset that Tommy Lloyd did not throw all of his players under the bus and swear at them in the meantime.
Since we're ranting, can I go on another mini rant?
Yeah, let's do it. Sheer, I don't even want to talk about this game. We've talked about what we can talk
Can
about.
we stop bringing up Princeton as if that has anything to do with this year's team? This year's team is significantly better than the team that lost to Princeton. And even look, I don't even like Mick Cronin, but he said it too. Like, your point guard, significantly better. Keyshawn, significantly better defensively. You have Bradley. You have guys off the KJ Lewis off the bench. Like, can we just stop being like, well, look what happened to Princeton? That's not how it works.
Guess what? Arizona last year had nobody that wanted that ball at the end of the game. Literally nobody wanted. They were passing that thing around like a hot potato. Caleb Love will not be passing it around like a hot potato. This is a great question by Rob Davidson, right? This is a great question. Let's see.
Hopkins. I don't think Hopkins is fired already. Tinkle's going to be close. Jared Haas, I think, is gone. That's probably it.
Shouldn't he have been gone like 9 years ago?
Dana's going to be interesting. Dana might be a mutual parting of ways. Where
I kind of think Dana might retire.
He claims he's not, but I think it's going to be a deal where they tell him to go find another job.
Does he go to
I don't know where, though. Like, maybe if Porter Moser goes somewhere, he goes to Oklahoma or something like that.
Well, you think Porter Moser sucks?
I'm not a big Porter Moser guy.
I don't know. That's okay. But you know what?
Now that I just said that, Arizona versus Oklahoma in the second round.
You know what you are a big fan of, though, is Empire Flooring.
Yes, huge
fan. If maybe Dana Altman, would not surprise me. What if Dana Altman actually retired because he wanted to go work at Empire Flooring?
You bring a good point up, Mike.
I'm not sure that you're not dismissing that as out of hand. All right. Now, again, Empire Flooring, check it out. Again, if you want floors like Shears, you will thank me. You will thank Shear later. Schedule a free in-home estimate today. All listeners can receive $350 off discount when they use promo code PHNX. Restrictions apply. See EmpireToday.com/PHNX for details. Okay. So, all right. Now, let's talk about the Hurley probably I bet Hurley's back.
Where's he going?
Well, right. And I just mean I don't think they're going to fire him.
I don't either. They don't have an AD.
And you know what's weird about ASU? They actually have a fairly decent recruiting class coming in.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I mean, they got like 3 Emmanuel Stevens essentially coming in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good for ASU. So Cronin is going to be back. But, man, I'll tell you one thing. If I was a UCLA fan, let's make fun of UCLA for a second, because I wanted, instead of talking about our losses, I want to tear down others to make me feel better.
Right, that's what we do.
That's what we do. We hustle and motivate around here. But UCLA, let's talk about how they do not have any NIL or whatever. You and I were talking about this. To me, it's baffling. If UCLA really doesn't have any NIL, where is the does that really speak to just a bunch of fake boosters walking around trying to pretend like they're important?
Yeah, that's all it is. It's people in LA pretending like they have money, and they do have money, but they don't care about UCLA. It's an apathetic fan base, and it's not for lack of effort, but Cronin puts effort in, but at the same time, you got to realize, like, would you donate money to Mick Cronin? Like,
that was a great point. By the way, Sheer texted me and he says he's a fake booster alert. Yes, we need to have. Yes, this needs to be a thing. Fake booster alert. Yes, I do like that. That's a term that Sheer coined when he's not trying to steal my terms, like the Caleb Love experience. Which, by the way, was Shelby ever able to find any evidence of that? No.
No, we stopped. We have better things to do, Mike.
No. That means that you didn't find it. I did.
I'm looking at the Pac-12 swimming championships that are currently going on right now.
I think Jacob Franklin was a swimmer.
He strikes me as a swimmer.
Actually, maybe he wasn't. Maybe that was somebody else, but I'm not exactly sure about that.
Like the dudes that want to be seen at like center court and all that, but haven't donated $1 to the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. You know who's a fake booster? Well, he at least doesn't show up, but everybody's always like Artie Moreno, fake booster.
Fake booster. He doesn't do anything for anyone.
Doesn't do anything for anybody. By the way, we are a football school. I do like this, Audrey. I do like the
volleyball. Jacob played volleyball. That's volleyball. It's got to be volleyball or swimming. It's the same thing.
Right, exactly. Now, Jacob Franklin, 6'8", Jacob Franklin. Who wins in a fight, Jacob Franklin or Brody Dryden?
Let's arrange it. Is Jacob going to Vegas?
Oh, Jacob is not, but Brody Dryden is. Jacob, you're not going to Vegas, are you? No,
We
I
could
don't believe
arrange
it.
a celebrity boxing match.
Dude, that would be amazing. Can you imagine? Dude, 2 6'8" giants. I would watch that.
No, I would sell it.
I mean,
UCLA just took the lead, by the way. I know what you're wondering, Mike. ASU has now not scored for 3 minutes. Forget field goals. Now they're one of their last 9.
yeah, I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Jacob, fix this.
By the way, it's too bad that Stanford actually doesn't. It's too bad that Stanford doesn't actually care about sports, because you know what they should have done? They should have hired Mark Madsen. He's
That was
killed it this year.
yeah, that was so stupid. And everyone in the business said, like, fire your dude now and hire Madsen. And to let him not only to not hire Madsen, but to let him go to Cal.
Right.
Oof. Oof.
And Cal's it. And again, Madsen's another one of those dudes too. Unless an amazing job came calling, he'd be there for a long time.
And I like Madsen. He gets it. Like, I think he's actually a really good coach for Cal.
Yeah, I also like the guy that shows up. He doesn't wear a suit. He doesn't wear any of that. He just wears a collared polo. I like it.
Yeah,
Sure,
and he's very Tommy Lloydish. He's not going to go and kill his team even when they play like crap. And that's something also, like, with the comments. What Tommy says to the media isn't what he's saying to the team.
Right.
If he rips the team in the locker room, why would he go to the media and tear them apart? That's just not how he operates.
Right. And honestly, I'm cool with that. Like I said, you're a lot bigger Sean Miller guy than me. I get it. But one thing, listen, and Miller is obviously he did a lot of very, very good things. But I also am not a huge fan of, like, calling players names during games and stuff. That's just not, to me, that's, again, maybe I'm old fashioned. I don't know. But I don't think that accomplishes anything.
You also don't tear your team apart a week before you go to the NCAA tournament.
Right.
It's just not the time. You do that if you need your team to make a run. Like your boy Rick Pitino did that, right? And everyone criticized me. Oh, Rick's a piece of crap. And he is a piece of whatever. But it worked. Now they're probably going to make the NCAA tournament. He wouldn't go on that rant today. He went on it to say, look, I got to try to get something. My team's in trouble. Good teams, they're just not going to do it. You lose, you build for a minute, move on.
By the way, UCLA, though, or not UCLA, St. John's, I think is going to be, I think about a year away from being very, very dangerous, Jason Shearer.
Yeah.
He's already got them back in the NCAA tournament, most likely.
Yeah.
I do like how his hair color is different every time I watch now. It's like,
I like the other night he had that white suit. That was fantastic.
No, Rick Pitino's the man. Again, I realize we're not talking much about the game, mainly because I'm in no. And again, I love all of you. I very much appreciate you. I wouldn't have a job if you guys weren't watching. So the sky is falling, folks. Allow me to be the sky is falling. I mean, literally, we opened the show. Go ahead.
Sorry, I just had a seizure, I think if Arizona plays like this on Thursday, there would be a lot more to talk about.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you're in the Pac-12 tournament and you're facing, at this point, what did I say would be? If UCLA wins, because it looks like UCLA is going to win. ASU hasn't scored in 47 minutes. It's going to be Washington or USC. I hope it's USC, and I hope Arizona beats USC. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the goal now.
Yes, I would agree with that. Back the pod, back the A very much. My dad told me, oh, by the way, we have a great name, Melanie Gambino. That is a fantastic.
That's not a real name.
Melanie Gambino, that is an amazing name. I really hope this is. And didn't you also think they were one of 10 teams that could win it all last year? No,
not at all.
I thought that.
What?
Did you think Arizona could win the title last year?
No.
Yeah, no.
They were massive. I thought that was an amazing job by the Tommy gun to get them to that.
Didn't we call that on many podcasts? Didn't we say that it was the most impressive coaching job?
It was more impressive than his previous year.
Yeah, that was still to this day the most impressive job that he's done, because that team was not good. It wasn't.
Just wasn't good. All right, now, by the way, this has probably been never better. I'm a mess. Jacob Franklin, pull up those BTFD shirts. We need to get you. People get these shirts. Tony Gimino has one of these shirts, and he is going to be in the Pac-12 tournament. Listen, Tony Gimino is going to be up there because he heard Shear's coming up. Oh, and the loyalty shirt as well. He will probably be wearing one of these signing autographs. So again,
I'm saying there's no way he's wearing that during a game. You will. You don't care about any of that.
No, I will. I'll wear my U of A hat during the game.
No, you will. That's what's awesome.
Oh, I can't wait for football. I can't wait for football to come. A new AD.
Other reporters are going to see you, and you're going to be wearing full U of A gear.
Hey, what do you think's worse? What do you think's worse? What I wear, or you showing up with the sweat-stained shirts,
Oh, they're not sweat stained.
Oh, sheer. That.
By the way, you were very impressed.
You
Hey,
show
did
us
I
to
wear
her.
pants and sneakers to the last press conference?
No, you didn't wear those to the introductory presser for the AD.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. I took a picture of it. Oh, no. You did not. You did not. You wore.
I did. Yeah, I did, dude.
I have the
Or was
picture.
that Brent Brennan? Was that Brent Brennan where I wore slacks?
Yes, that was Brent Brennan.
I did wear
For
shoes.
the new AD one, Shelby, you need to be listening to this. We need to
I
work
had
on
shoes on.
No, you
didn't
didn't. You had
wear
Crocs.
pants.
You had Crocs.
No, I don't. First of all, I don't own Crocs, so that's a lie.
Sure. You are
I don't know
sandals.
Crocs.
Excuse me. To the
No,
introductory.
not to Desiree. Not to Desiree. First of all, are you taking feet pics of me? Because that's weird.
Erica was asking for him. Here's what I got. This. I'm going to show everybody the picture of Sheer. I even took a picture because I knew you would deny this. Shelby, yeah.
No, I wore it to the. God, what was the one?
You wore your normal sheer garb to the Desiree presser.
No, it was the other one. No. It was the other one where everyone was laughing because I was on TV. I don't remember what it was. Was that the Brennan one? It was the Brennan one. The Desiree one, I didn't.
Okay, so you're saying that. So you're saying that you dressed up for the Desiree one. You're saying this.
I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah. No, that's not Desiree.
Yes,
that's pants, doofus.
Those are not pants. Those are shorts.
It is.
Those are not pants. Those are shorts.
Is that a crotch pick too?
Those are not. I'm telling you. And look at the picture right now. Nice try line. Guess what? That's Bruce in the Untuck It.
Yeah.
You lied.
What do you mean? I'm not Bruce.
I know, but you lied. You said that you were wearing the. I don't wear
Untuckets.
What's that? My point is here that you lied to me. You said that you dressed up for Desiree. You did not dress up.
I dressed up for one of them for sure. Was it Brent Brennan I dressed up for?
You did dress up for Brent Brennan. Notice how I didn't bring that one up.
And I'm going to dress up on Monday when I talk to Desiree. We have the one-on-ones. I'm going to wear a suit.
Right. This is a good one. Oh, Ben One White. This is very, very good. Can we get Ben One White to weigh in on the question of professionalism? Ben is actually far more professional than I am.
Yeah.
Sheer has that Adam Sandler drip.
I don't wear. Let's be clear. To games, I always wear pants.
Sheer, but again, we got to work on your game. We got to work on your clothes a little bit, though, Shelby. We need to.
As the guy that had to go out and buy a FUBU shirt.
Actually, I looked back. It was South Pole.
Oh well, that's
all right.
Do they still exist?
What's that?
Does South Pole still exist?
I don't know. I think I.
By the way, UCLA up 6. I know what you're wondering, Mike. ASU has not scored in 5 minutes. Nope, 6 minutes, and UCLA is on an 18-1 run.
Oh, by the way, Dylan Andrews. That's going to be a fun one to watch going forward. Dylan Andrews and Dylan Andrews is actually playing pretty good ball.
Yeah. Do
you want
not tonight? He's not really playing well tonight. He's 3 of 12.
All right. Well, guys, we didn't accomplish much on this show, mainly because as much as I love everyone, I don't understand the sky is falling, folks.
This was one of those shows we just did because we had to. We're contractually obligated to do this.
Yeah, and you got a podcast coming up right after this. This is true, Jason Shear.
If Shelby's up for it, I don't know. She's cuddling the puppy, so who knows?
All right. Now, we are being too hard on Shear. He deserves to be comfy.
Hey, that's a good question by Tony Oliveira.
I have a Nissan now. By the way, my Nissan, I like this car a great deal. People were telling me it was a poverty car. I like it a lot.
We should drive it to Vegas.
No, we're driving in your car. We're driving in your van. Plus, I think Erica's coming with us.
No, she's not. She hasn't asked me yet.
Well, Erica, you better start asking him.
Brielle. Apparently, she asked Brielle.
It's not a van.
It's not a van. It's a Kia Sorento. Let's be very clear.
Oh, it's a Kia. You
have
a Kia as well.
When you're a member of the Kia boys, they don't touch your stuff.
As a member, I am not a fan of the Kia Hyundai boys. I actually would have got a Hyundai, but they are part of the. That's part of the same thing. All right. We literally accomplished nothing on this post game, but very much appreciate you from Sleepers Media Channel. We have been Calebized. He doesn't show up, and look what happens. Too reliant. I don't know what that means. But anyways, Jason Shear, where can they find you doing all your stuff?
WildcatAuthority.com, Wildcat Scoop Podcast with Shelby at Jason Shear on Twitter and the Autograph app. AZCat is the password. Go download it.
Oh, by the way, AZ Wildcat fan, very good work, my friend. I am on the Autograph app. Very, very impressive. Very, very impressive. I did not know that. Robert Madrill. Oh, this is what we needed. All 30 people in Poly are ecstatic and they're up right now. Very much appreciate that. All right. Now, we'll Sheer, what are you doing Monday?
I have the interview with
What
Desiree.
time's your interview? What did you
early? I can't go normal time.
What? No, she's starting.
I have the 11 o'clock.
Ah, dang it! I got noon.
Yeah.
All right, but yes, we'll be there, Tony Oliveira. We will definitely be there. We'll make this happen.
Yeah, we're gonna do a meetup. We're gonna do a meetup. Sheer is working on it. Sheer, you can see Sheer in the flesh what he's going to be dressed up in. I'm very curious about that as well. I'm gonna wear a pimp suit, pinstripes, top
You deserve
hat.
this.
Yeah.
All right. Now, on that note, everybody out there, very much appreciate it. Ryan Neal, chin up, man. It's still awesome to back
Everybody
the
calm down. Everybody just calm down.
All right. For Jason Sheer, I am merely Mike Luke. You've been listening to the AZ Wildcats postgame show.
We all silly like the mayor.